Let's now begin the working for shot 4. Now before I go ahead and duplicate this level, first I want to organize my outliner. I'm just going to select this foliage actor and move this to a different folder. I'm going to call this as foliage. And I'm going to select these two assets and move them to the folder of Minerva assets. Now you can remove this landscape if you want, but because I need this in the next level, so that's why I'm keeping it as for now. Let's now save everything and I'm going to duplicate this level. Let's open up this level. I'm going to click on Save Selected. And there we are inside level 4. Let's quickly close all these folders. There we go. And I'm going to hide the night scene that I have for path tracing and for lumen as well. And let's now create the basic outline for our surface. I'm just going to select this landscape and create a duplicate copy on y-axis. You may be just about there. And I'm going to create another duplicate copy of this thing. Oops. I'm going to create another duplicate copy and place it maybe just about there. Okay. I'm going to also hide the Minerva assets as well. And let's now select all the surface assets. And I'm going to create a duplicate copy of all of these assets on x-axis and bring them maybe just about there. I'm going to create another duplicate copy, but this time on y-axis. And bring them maybe just about there. Let's move them on X. Oops. Come on. Let's just move them on X-axis. Just about there. Somewhere around this area. Okay. Let's create another duplicate copy. And I'll bring all of these assets here. I'll create another copy and bring them maybe just about there. Perhaps I should move them and place them somewhere around this area. Okay. Let's select all these assets and I'm just going to delete them. And we have a little bit of empty patch in here and in here. So I'm just going to select a few assets, maybe let's say from this area. And I'm going to create a duplicate copy, bring them maybe just about there, rotate them on Z like so. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to save everything. And let's have a quick walk around. Yeah, I think everything looks good. So now that we have created the basic surface, let's now bring in the necessary assets for shot 4. Let's now open up this assets project. And if you remember, for shot 3, we brought in this asset from this project, the speeder and the droid. And for shot 4, we're going to bring in this one by following the migration process. Okay, so I'm just going to go open up this K5 droid folder and select all the static meshes from here. And let's click the right mouse button and I'm going to go into asset actions and click on migrate. I'm going to press OK. And I'm going to make sure that the content folder of my main project is selected. I'm going to click on select folder and it's going to take some time to migrate all the assets. Once the migration is complete, I'm just going to close this project and open up my main project. And inside this content folder, now you can see that we have a new folder called as K5 Droid. I'm going to open up this folder, select all the static meshes, and let's bring them into the scene. There we go. I'm going to press F to focus. And as you can see, now we have this K5 Droid in our scene. I'm going to enable the rotation snapping. And let's rotate this thing on Z by 180. And I want to adjust the scale of this thing. So for that, I'm just going to bring it closer to the speeder for reference. I think I should scale this thing down. I'm going to first bring it up on Z axis and copy the location of all of these static meshes. I'm going to go into this get content menu and bring in a cube into the scene. I'm going to paste that location in here and let's scale this thing up to maybe just about there. I'm going to move this cube and all of these K5 Droid static meshes and move them to a different folder. I'm going to call this thing as K5 Droid. And I'm going to also, and now I'm going to select all the static meshes of this droid and parent them to this cube. I'm gonna also rename this cube as K5 Droid. And let's now adjust the scale of this thing. I think I should just scale this thing down to maybe just about there, I guess. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay. Yeah. So now that we have built the basic surface and we also have the necessary assets for the shot, let's move on to the animation part.